For the haters, you know where you could kiss it, because you don't pay my bills. And I'm the baddest bitch. I'm not a diva. I'm not a diva. I'm not a diva.
Hi everyone, my name is Kiva. Welcome to my channel, Kiva the Diva. This is gonna be my first video, so bear with me. But today I'm gonna be talking all about my workout plan, the things I do like diet wise, and then just cheats and tricks that can kind of help speed up the fat loss process, or whatever you're trying to do, if it's slimming down your waist or gaining an ass, those type of things. So since this is my first video, I'm just gonna tell y'all a little bit about myself, not too much because there are some creepy people out there. But my name is Kiva. I am a diva. I'm 22, about to be 23 in March, Pisces gang. I am in school, senior, about to graduate in December. Yay! What else? Y'all don't really need to know anything else because, like I said, creepy people. Anyway, let's just jump right into it. So, I have been on this weight loss toning thing for not even a month now, and I'm just noticing such great results. And I always kind of do this for my birthday, which is in March 8th, I said. So between after Christmas is where between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I kind of fatten up, go into hibernation mode. And then January 1st, I just start working out like a crazy person. And it's not even because of New Year's. New year, new me. I don't care about that. It's all about my birthday. And I'm going to Miami for the third time in a row. Very cliche. I'll be done after this year, I promise. But yeah, you gotta be snatched from Miami. So this is what I do to just completely lose all that hibernation fat in less than 6 weeks. 4 to 6, 8 weeks maybe. Anyway, so I'm gonna be talking about three key things that I do to, get this body or whatever. We're gonna do a little 360. Oh, okay, yeah, y'all get the point. Anyway, so yes, 3 things. My diet, which is the most important thing. Health people say that diet is 80% of the work. Working out is the other 20. I don't really believe that, but it is, slightly effective. Then the second thing is my workout plan. And this is where I'm going to tell y'all all about how, what workouts I do to make sure that I'm still gaining or keeping my ass and hips and thighs and keeping that where it is now, but slimming out my waist and maybe arms and just overall just slimming out, but still keeping the bottom half thick. Okay, so then the third thing is tips and cheat code type of things so let's just get right into it. So first thing, diet. Like I said, for my diet, I don't really, it's not so much of a strict diet, but it's more of cutting things out. And these are definitely things that you want to cut out of your diet, if not completely, but you don't want to do it too much, maybe once a week, once every other week type thing. So those things would be, first thing, starches. I had a huge problem. I'm a pasta fiend. So that was a big thing for me to cut out. But I cut out pretty much all starches. I don't really do white foods while I'm working out. And, I'll have a cheat day or whatever, but I don't do white foods throughout the week. Second thing is dairy. Dairy is super fattening. I will have maybe a little bit of cheese in my salad or something like that, but having, a bowl of mac and cheese, that's no, that's not gonna work at all. So you kind of want to cut that out, if not completely. You see, even protein shakes, is not, a lot of people don't, you know, talk about this, but for women, and if you're trying to slim out, protein shakes are not something that you should be doing at all. That's a lot of dairy, it's a lot of protein, it's a lot of calories. So you probably don't want to do that unless you find some type of lean mix. Like I have one that's for women, it's low calorie, but even still you got to add milk. But if you wanted to like do almond milk or whatever, that would be fine. Third thing I cut out is, well, it should have been the first thing, but fried foods, anything takeout, any of that is just completely, that's the first thing you need to do before you do anything, is cut out fried foods and just going out to eat in general. It's a lot of calories, you know. You don't want to be putting that type of stuff in your body while you're trying to get rid of that fat, you know. So that was really the first thing I did. That's a really good step if you're not really used to dieting and, you know, the whole healthy lifestyle. That is the first thing that you should do to kind of just jumpstart your way into the whole diet lifestyle. But yeah, those are the main things that I just stick to now. As far as what I eat like on a regular day basis, I start every single day, and this really helps me. I start with oatmeal. And since, you know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, it really is, especially when you're trying to diet and lose weight, because if you don't eat breakfast, your body kind of goes into shock in a way, like in survival mode. So it will start holding on to every little calorie that you intake. So it's very, very good to eat breakfast. So with that being said, you should definitely find something that works for you that you can pretty much do like every single morning. And for me, that was oatmeal. You know, I'll put apples or raisins or like nuts even sometimes in it. And I do that literally every single morning. And that really helped me because I don't like breakfast food and I don't really like eating in the morning, but you need to. For lunch, I'll usually do either a salad or like tuna salad, something small. You don't want to do like too much of, you know, whatever you're eating. Just make it small. Usually it is a salad or tuna salad. I'll kind of swap between those two throughout the week. And then for dinner, you want to do something slightly like higher in protein. You know, you want to have a meat. If you're a vegetarian, then this ain't for you. Just kidding, love all my vegans and stuff. Right. But anyway, yeah, so you want to have probably a meat, maybe, you know, if you're okay with doing maybe like a rice, potato type thing. I know I said no starches, but dinner time is that time where you want to do a starch, if you are going to do a starch at all. One of the important things that I did was that I stopped eating after 7, 8, maybe 9 at the absolute latest. You do not want to eat anything else after 9, and especially if it's like starchy or high in protein. You know, if it's a salad or whatever, you can probably get away with eating just a teeny little bit later, but you don't want to eat really after 10. If you're eating anywhere between like 12 and 1, it's really just going to sit on you, and you're going to wake up bloated, and you're not going to wake up like feeling refreshed and slim and all that. So that was an important thing that I did. I stopped eating after, I would say 8. Let's go with 8 or 9, because I stay up pretty late. I usually stay up at least till 2 or 3. But if you're the type of person that goes to bed at 12 or even 11, then you should stop eating at 7. 7 is like the absolute last time you should stop eating. For dinner, you should really eat, and you can look up, you know, what you should be eating, but try to keep it small portion. If you are going to do a starch, keep it small, but really focus on the protein. Like, get a good protein in there, beans or meat or whatever you want to do. And yeah, that is like my full everyday type of routine. And that's another thing with dieting and this lifestyle. You really want to just get into a routine, because even skipping one day, for me personally, like when I skip one day in the gym, I just want to skip that second day. And then I skip that second day, and I'm like, oh, fuck it, I've already skipped, whatever. So it's really good to just kind of get into that routine of doing things like every single day, or at least like 5 out of the 7 days type thing. So second thing, which is, I'm sure y'all all tuned in for, is my workout plan. Now, I'm going to try to just describe these workouts instead of showing y'all, because I'm going to look stupid. But for a couple of them, I'm going to have to show you because I don't have the exact names for them. And yeah, so it's all written down. If y'all want me to upload this, I'll put a link to it in the description box. So we're talking about keeping that waist slim or getting rid of tummy fat, which in the picture you can see I had a lot of, and just in 2 weeks I'm like, I would say like 80% of the way slimmed down. Of course, I'm not all the way there, but it's a lot of progress, and literally just like not even a full 2 weeks, probably like 10 days. So my workout plan, first I start with cardio, obviously. For if you're losing weight or, trying to slim down, lose fat at all, you need to do cardio. People say you should do 30 minutes of cardio every day before your workout, or like at least just 30 minutes of cardio every day. I don't really go by that, but I do for every single workout. I run a mile, and I put it on pretty high speed. Like I'll usually run it at 8, so I'm like damn near sprinting the mile. So I kind of just work with that. If I want to do some extra cardio, I'll do like jump roping or like rowing or something, but usually I just stick with the mile because it kind of makes me I hate running. So any more than that, I'm just going to be too tired to like finish the rest of my workout. So that's what I start with. Then as far as for the legs, you definitely want to squat. That is a main thing. If you're trying to gain ass or keep your ass, you need to squat and do things like the hip adductor machine is good for projection on the back side, but if you're trying to, and this was my problem, like I do have a lot of projection on the side, but my hips were lacking. Well, not right now, but I have been doing these hip exercises, so this area can, thicken back out, because for a while with all the running and leg exercises, it likes to slim down. But if you do these hip exercises, you will be good. So for hips, yoga is a very good thing. Poses like the frog, the pigeon, the lizard, or the cow face pose. Those are very good hip widening exercises. And for me personally, like I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all like this is how to gain my ass. Like it has to do with genetics and all that type of good stuff. But like I said, we all are lacking in some areas, and mine is more hip. So I wanted to do exercises that focused on that. So yes, the yoga, side leg raises. I'm going to show y'all this because that's not what it's called. I just made that up. But it's very simple. You just kind of hold a wall or whatever, go up and down. And I do 10 sets on each leg and 4 sets of each. So that is like a main thing. I really like the day after I do it, I'll notice a difference. Like I'll notice the swelling. So that is a main thing I do. That's probably number 1 hip exercise I recommend for y'all. And the third one would be side lunges. Side lunges are very good because it also works on your ass as well as your hips. So that was hips. For legs and butt area, I usually do the hip adductor machine, the leg press machine. That's where you just sit down and both of your legs are up and you press, and then hopefully y'all know what I'm talking about because I can't describe or show y'all that one. The leg curl machine, where you your legs curled down is a good one. You know, sometimes I do that one, but not too often. Deadlifts are a main one for projection. If you're really trying to get, you know, it's already there in fatness or whatever, and you're trying to get that, you know, the real projection on that shit, you need to do deadlifts. Deadlifts are a main thing. I love them because they're very easy. You can either sit in the machine and like go all the way down and into it, or you can just like hold something and, you know, but make sure you squeeze when you're coming up. That's a good thing too. And then yeah, squats, of course. And jumping squats are a little bit like upgraded, will give you more results faster than just regular squats. Yes, got through all that. So next we're going to talk about tummy. Now, I guess I'll show y'all, but I'm not like where I want to be yet, but we're getting there, you know. It's alright. Abs, most important part. So, like I said, if you want abs, you need to do some cardio. You need to be running or jump roping or something for like at least 20-30 minutes. You know, if you're doing high intensity, like I said, I run at the speed 8, which is like a sprint. So that only takes me like 10 minutes to do the mile. But that's fine because it's more high intensity. But if you're trying to lose that fat, you need to be sweating. You know, you can't just do the weights and stuff like that because it's just going to make you more bulky. Like, it's going to turn all that fat into muscle. So you're not really going to see that slimming down that you want. Things to work on my abs and my back because I do have some like back roll issues. So I did want to work on both at the same time. But what I do, start with hanging leg raises. Yes, that is, you know, if you ever seen the ball, the ab machine, and you get into it like this and it has a ball on the back, and you really just like swing your legs up, or you can grab a weight in between your feet and like do a crunching type maneuver. I wish I was better explaining these. But I might record a video where I'm actually in the gym so y'all can see. You know, YouTube is obviously more of a demonstrational front so that y'all can see exactly how I do these. But I hope that my descriptions are not too crazy. Second, I'll just try to do some type of back machine. It doesn't really matter. Just something that is working on like, I think it's called your latissimus dorsi, something like that. But right here, usually where people have back rolls, you can see a little bit. So yeah, I'll just pick one of those. And for each one of these lifting weight machines, I usually do 4 sets of 10 or maybe 15, depending on like how hard it is, obviously. With the ab machines, I usually do 10 because it's very hard. But then for obliques, this is a very good one. I'll kind of show y'all this, I guess, if I can. But, you know, it'll be like it's not really a machine, but you kind of put yourself in it and you'll be able to go all the way down. And like usually I'll hold a weight and you kind of just, you know, go like that. And that really helps. Like, this is another one, again, that I see almost instant results. Like, as soon as I come home from the gym, I'll, like, see a difference. So that's a very good one, especially if you're trying to get that curve. You definitely want to do some oblique exercises. And, you know, there's a lot more that you can do. You can kind of look those up as you want. But that's what I do. That's a very good one. And make sure you're using, like, a 5 to 10 pound weight. Because if not, you're not really, I mean, it works, but you're not doing as much. This was actually one I just found, and this specifically helps back rolls, and it's called a cross dumbbell snatch. And basically, you have a dumbbell, have it here, and you just like rotate like so. Yeah. I'm awkward. Anyway. So yes, that concludes the ab portion. Like I said, most important if you're trying to get abs, run. But don't run too much because then you're going to lose that booty. Okay, that concludes my workout plan portion. Now to the third thing I want to talk about, and these are my little cheats that I use to kind of speed up the process. The first thing, green tea. Green tea is very, 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 very good for you. It's basically flat tummy tea. So stop wasting your money on those gimmicky teas that promise to flatten your stomach out. All it is green tea. It probably has some green tea, maybe some black tea in it, but that's all it is. And green tea is very good for slimming down, getting rid of that bloatedness. So I usually do I might drink like 1 to 2 glasses a day, only because another thing, if I get hungry, I'll drink tea as well, and it kind of slows down your hunger. First thing, it needs to be natural, it needs to be real, because a lot of people have, imitation green tea, and it has to be real. It has to be caffeinated. You can't get decaffeinated green tea because the caffeine is what, does what it's supposed to do. Helps get rid of bloating, helps you lose weight, all that. And then the third thing, you don't want to put sugar in it. Some people drink it how it is, how it comes, which is fucking trifling. But I put agave or honey in it. And yeah, you just need to make sure it's not just white sugar, because that shit is processed and your body doesn't know how to break it down. So you need to use agave or honey or any type of natural sweeteners. Even those little raw packs that you find at Starbucks, the brown ones, those are cool too. Second thing, my waist trainer. A lot of girls will try to kind of like shame girls into using waist trainers, talking about, this is how I naturally am. Well, fuck that, okay? That's not how we all are. And, a lot of girls do have that curve in their stomach naturally, which makes their waist look a lot smaller. But a lot of girls have that more just like a box type shape. And before I started waist training, I literally was shaped like that, like straight up and down, no curve, nothing. So I think that definitely, along the fact that I gained some ass, so it definitely gave me more curve. But if you are the type of girl that has more of a straight up and down type body, you definitely should maybe want to invest in a waist trainer, because it helps, it'll help you look more snatched. Basically, it'll give you that curve instead of having everything just look so up and down. And if it doesn't give you the curve, it'll at least keep you at the size of the waist trainer while everything else kind of gets bigger. So it will naturally, even if it's straight up and down, you'll have that curve as it reaches to your ass. So I do recommend waist training. And as for my cheat, I waist train with, I always work out with my waist trainer, but I put a mix of Albaline, so good. I don't know if y'all have heard about this trick, but the Saran Albaline trick, you put it all over your stomach, put the Saran wrap on, and just so it stays, I'll put the waist trainer on over it, because if you use just the Saran wrap and the Albaline, it kind of slides around and it won't stay in a stationary spot. So I usually put the waist trainer over it, and that's just like double the fat burn and it really targets your stomach. That's another thing I was gonna say. It's very hard to kind of spot weight loss. So having things like a waist trainer, if you're trying to lose stomach fat but not lose too much in your legs, is very ideal, because it's very hard to spot out, say just you want to lose weight in your stomach but not anywhere else, but you don't have that waist trainer. You're going to be working twice as hard, and you're probably going to end up losing ass because nothing is there to, make it sweat more. So that's all it really is, just that extra sweat, that extra burn. Third thing, apple cider vinegar. I know y'all have probably heard of this, but it works. It definitely works. I have a friend that he was definitely on the chunkier side, and he said he used the apple cider vinegar and he drank it literally every day and lost all his little baby fat. You would not even know that he used to be fat, but he didn't work out, he didn't change his diet. All he did was the apple cider vinegar. So it does work. I use it not too routinely, but I'll just do it. And what you do is put a tablespoon in an 8-ounce glass of water and just chug it. And I'll do that to like start out my morning. That is like extra fat loss, that type of thing. So I think this concludes my video. I'm so happy y'all decided to tune in, for those that did. And if y'all have any other questions for me, please feel free to ask in the comments. You can also follow me on Instagram, cynicalspice_, same as my Twitter. Cynical is spelled with a C, for those that don't know. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.